Rainey. All right, you're week 4, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so a month from now, you could be doing this for real.
Working in a shoe store?
Sort of the departure point, I think, for me and also for Stasha, the production designer, and Todd was really the facility and the world of the facility, because that's where we meet the characters. That's the world that is seemingly the most concrete to begin with.
As a filmmaker, I personally love uniforms. Clothes should be symbolizing something about who they are. Even as they change and go into different days and different scenes, they're always very consistent. And she has a keen eye of doing that without letting you feel it. So it doesn't go into necessarily Wes Anderson territory where someone's wearing an Adidas, the same red Adidas outfit every scene, and then except for the one where it turns into black, which by the way is great. She kind of does the real world version of that, and working also with the production design on the color palettes and making sure that things stay consistent and that we're always thinking about storytelling whenever we decide on who, what, where is what.
With Heidi and the way she looks when she's in 2018, for me, the most important thing was that she felt very relatable to these guys because there's this empathy that she has for them. So I wanted to keep her out of stiff clothing, things that you would think of a traditional therapist maybe being in. So she wears very soft fabrics, a lot of prints that are little tiny prints, things that feel sort of harken to nature a little bit, which we deal with a lot in the facility. We really started looking at the inhabitants of the facility and how we were going to approach what they were going to look like, what they were going to wear. The important thing for us was that it didn't feel like a prison, because I think innately when you put people in sort of matching outfits, it feels very prison-like. So we went for more of a sort of collegiate vibe, I think is what we kind of called it, and that they receive sort of a kit of clothing. Swag, as we called it, which are like a couple sweatshirts, sweatpants, a pair of shorts, a couple pairs of sneakers, and a pair of sandals, a polo shirt, and a pair of khakis. And they're allowed to sort of decide what they want to wear on any given day, depending on what they're doing or what mood they're in. So some of them don't wear khakis, other people choose not to wear sweatpants. It's all pretty comfortable, so the guys were pretty excited.
I mean, it's great. I think my first day, I was hoping that everything I do from now on, I could wear similar stuff. I think Schreier takes himself a little more seriously. He tends to like tuck his shirt into his khakis. The colors are all reds, grays, beige. I think it goes back to the facility itself, all these calming, almost like docile colors. I think the goal is to make these soldiers feel, almost too at ease back home.
Well, it makes me really sleepy after I have lunch because we're in sweats all day. I never really knew what to expect coming into the show, but it's really cool. They try and make, the characters comfortable, and they definitely make the actors comfortable, so no complaints.
Basically what we did is we took 2 different color palettes for the 2 different time periods. 2018 has no blue in it. You don't realize it, but it's a very distinct color that once you take it out of a palette is really weird, and it kind of makes everyone look a little washed out. And then once we get to 2022, things become more saturated, there's more color. People might not actually notice it, which is sort of the point. We're not trying to make people look so different in the future than they do now. It feels real, but there's a disjointedness to it, like things are odd.